So, Paul, the Lakers are now a top what team in the West?
This is a good one because they were a number 3 seed last year, but, you know, they're not better than OKC. Those are the champs. Listen, Houston got better. They were a fake number 2 team. They're a legit number 2 team in the West. So I got OKC, Houston, Denver. That's 3. I got Minnesota. They showed that. That's 4. They can finish anywhere between 5 and 7 because you got Clippers and Golden State with a full year of Jimmy. I'm going to give them a play-in, 7. That's what it's looking like.
But that's still, you just talking now, though.
I just named off the team.
But you just talking,
like Clippers, Golden State. They're not better than OKC, Houston, Denver, many. We're going to move them to the side. We're going to start the Lakers at 5.
They're not better than OKC.
Houston.
Even though they play OKC well in the regular season, they're not better than them based
Houston,
on the championship.
what they did.
Houston is whatever.
Denver.
They got rid of some stuff and they added KD, so I will put them at 2.
They added a lot of pieces.
But I'm KD right now.
Denver.
I ain't all them other stuff. And then 3, I got the Lakers at 3.
Denver got way better.
No, I'm adding the Lakers at 3.
So you got them at a mini, and you see the way Mini did them?
Yeah, but that was on before we got a before we got a rim protector, and I'm sure we're not done yet. What you mean?
Man, I don't know. I got them 7.
But Paul, see,
I just named. They're not better than these 4 teams for sure.
You're not for sure. You don't know that. You don't know that.
I know that 100%.
You can't be for sure.
I'm 100%.
I'll give you the champs in OKC. I'll give you Houston based on the acquisitions of KD.
Denver's acquisitions.
I can't.
Denver pushed OKC to 7, and they got better.
Yeah, for some reason they got a new coach.
And they put the Lakers out 2 years prior.
Yeah, but I can't. But we got a big that can slow him down to some degree.
Well, he been traded 3 times in 6 years.
But in 20. Think about his last season. Deandre Ayton's last season in Arizona, Phoenix. He was giving you 18 points and 10 boards, okay?
I get it.
The dude, since he's been in the league, is average of 15 points a game and 10 boards. So that's
why has he
something.
been traded around?
Sometimes it's bad situations, though, Paul. First of all, he didn't get along with, in Phoenix, he didn't get along with Monty. They just didn't see eye to eye. He was part of that package to get KD. Was it KD? Yeah, it was part of the package to move KD. It was KD moved, right? Yeah. They moved him to Portland. That was all part of that whole deal. He doesn't want to be in Portland because he wants to be in a situation where he feels he can thrive in, and I believe it's going to be L.A.
I'm going top 6.
That ain't a number, though.
I got him.
What is that? You playing now?
She got him number 6.
No, she said top 6.
That means
I got him at 6.
She got him at 6.
She ain't.
No, I got him at 5.
They can range in between. Like Clippers and Golden State.
I think they're in the 5 to 7 range.
Yes.
But I would have them at 5. I agree with you. I think OKC, Houston, Denver, and Minnesota are ahead of them right now. The reason I wouldn't put the Warriors above them, even though I do hear you on a year with Jimmy Butler, I don't think they didn't make any moves. They didn't make any other moves to improve this offseason. The Clippers always do a bunch of stuff and get excited during the regular season and then disappoint in the postseason. So I can't put the Clippers above them right now. But if anywhere in the 5 to 7 range, I think is safe for the Lakers.
And you got to take into the fact that LeBron is only going to probably play, let's say LeBron plays 65 games.
Well,
he's not going to play 82 at this age. You're going to have to rest him at times. I'll give him 65 games.
Damn, he not, that ain't even English. He's not going to do that.
What? He's not going to do what?
Resting.
He's not going to rest that way. Something's going to happen.
Why you laughing, Joy?
You can't say he not.
No, he not. That just didn't come. It didn't. No, I don't like the way that sounds.
65 games for LeBron. I expect Luka to play 65.
See, I expect for both of them to be in the 70 category.
That's a lot.
I don't think that.
But they trying to put it together though, man.
I don't think that LeBron is that much of a defensive liability. I don't think that he can guard all 5 positions anymore. But if we're talking about who's the best defensively between him, Luka, and Reeves, I'm still going with LeBron.
Yeah, they still got a lot of issues defensively.
But the problem is they still need help on defense. If you're looking at the projected starting lineup of Luka, Reeves, Rui, LeBron, and DeAndre Ayton, they did add a rim protector and a big lob threat, but
That was one of our biggest issues.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest issues, but you still have 3 players, at the very least 2, in Luka and Reeves, who are essentially defensive liabilities.
Yeah.
I don't call LeBron a defensive liability because I still think he can defend. He just can't defend at the level that he used to be able to defend.
Yeah,
but those 2,
yeah,
like, you still need a third defender.
Yeah. They have no perimeter defense.
Right.
And this is a perimeter-driven league. I would try to find a way to...
Where are they getting the perimeter defense?
No perimeter defense. That's what I'm saying. So, like, the teams that's all ahead of them got pure athletes on the wing. It's going to be tough for them to crack the top 5, I believe. But I believe they're around 6.
Unless they make some more moves.
Well, the season hasn't even started, so...
You know what? Key still some timing, because yesterday he was like, it's fine.
No,
we still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Now he's on it, and we're all wrong. With the addition of Deandre Ayton comes a season after the Lakers trade for center Mark Williams fell through, leaving Jackson Hayes as the only big on the roster. Hayes fell out of favor with Coach JJ Redick, who has praised Ayton in the past, and LeBron's agent Rich Paul caused a stir recently saying that teams had reached out to him about trading for LeBron, but maybe signing Ayton quiets those rumors. So, can DeAndre Ayton coexist with LeBron and JJ Redick in LA?
Absolutely. You know, he's got an opportunity now, as I mentioned it a second ago. He didn't ask to be drafted by the Phoenix Suns. They drafted him.
Right.
He didn't ask to be traded to Portland. They traded him. This is the first time in his career that he gets to choose his destination, okay? This is the first time. And so when you get the opportunity to choose your destination, you know whether or not you could coexist with the people that you chose. That's just what it is. I'm not going somewhere that I can't thrive and be able to do what I'm capable of doing. And in terms of this coming to meetings late, lazy, all that sort of stuff, you can look at other people in the organizations that you with, and you learn from their habits, and you take from those sort of things. So whatever was going on in Phoenix, in Portland, has nothing to do with Los Angeles. So absolutely he can coexist. Think about, you talk about lob threats. He was 9th in lobs, 9th in the league, and only played 40 games. So that in itself allows them to have something different on the offensive side. So I think it's going to work the way it's supposed to. I really do. I'm glad to see that he landed in the perfect spot for himself. We tried to get Williams last year. It didn't work via trade because of medical issues. I don't foresee us having any problems signing him, and he'll be our center.
You think he can exist?
He's one of the only real
JJ
true... Think about it. He's only one of the real true bigs that's left. All the other bigs are trying to shoot from where Paul was shooting from, because Paul, you know, he wouldn't play with his back to the ball.
He should not be shooting from where.
No, that's not his game. His game is
18,
exactly what we need.
Yeah, 18% from 3.
No, he can keep that.
Yeah.
I think this is a situation where he has to. You know, think about it. You only get so many chances in this league. When you start hearing about things of his off the court. No, seriously. You like him rubbing coaches the wrong way, teammates and things of that nature. Now, this is probably the perfect stop for him to go to a culture with LeBron, JJ Redick, and Luka, so he can see how to really, truly be a professional. Because the kid has talent. This has nothing to do with anything else. He just needs a better structure around what he needs to do day to day. And LeBron and JJ can give him that. Because when you talk about 15 and 10, them is great numbers.
That is great.
Them is great numbers. Like, and you wonder, like, I wonder why he's not sticking. Well, it's the other stuff he's not getting. Is he showing up every day? Is he listening to the scout report? Is he got any friends on the team? I don't know. It's just it's character issues that we're talking about. So hopefully he can change those things under the tutelage.
But why are those character issues? Are they
because
real
it's the lack
issues?
of leadership in his locker room.
Or is it a lack of leadership in the locker room?
Yeah, it is.
Or is it I don't want to be here anymore, so I'm going to do anything to get up out of here? I'm going to make it so uncomfortable that they're going to have to move.
The thing is, when you do stuff like that, you're messing with your money.
Well, of course he.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he's supposed to be.
Unless there is, you know, a real story out there that kind of defends your character, you as the player are going to be the one that ends up bearing the brunt of that choice. So if you force your way out through character
Whatever,
issues,
yeah.
that's what they're going to call it. Not like more often than not, they're going to default to it's the player's fault and not the team's fault. So that's
But
the
I've
position
seen
that you're
it. But
putting
I've
yourself
seen
in.
it where the team didn't help the player, and the
For
player
sure.
became a disgruntled player, or coming late to buses, or missing rehab, because at the end of the day, all they want to do is get out. They don't want it. It's so toxic.
Yeah, but we
that
don't
they just
often
wanna
get
out
that
of there.
nuance. So it gets put on the player that the player is the problem and not the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, it's your surroundings, too. I mean, think about it. He had the 1 year, he played with Chris Paul, which is who
Great leadership. That was
many
that was
consider
big.
a great leader. But then you got out of that structure and you go to Portland. No
Much
real
as I
leadership.
love Chauncey, they ain't got no real leadership.
No real leadership up there. Listen, like, your surroundings mean a lot. Like, when KG and Ray came to the team, I was a different player.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with my character, but, like, their influence was great on me. And I could see that coming from Luka and LeBron because they respect it. They're respected.
Luka,
Yeah.
LeBron,
Like,
JJ.
he has no choice at this stage in his career because we're talking about a guy that can make a lot of money in this league. When you looking around, start seeing these contracts getting signed, and you ain't in the mix, and you was the #1 player
Yeah,
coming
just
out.
think about the guys that went behind him, and Luka, Jaren Jack,
Yeah,
Trey
Jaren
Young,
Jack just
Shea,
signed, yeah.
Jalen Brunson. They
all
all
got
got
big
the
money.
bags.
Yeah.
And they all went to All-Star games, and, they all fell behind him. So he
Well,
has the potential.
I mean, that's what a good culture does, right? Like the standard is the standard.
Right.
Like for all the things that go on in the Lakers building, and we all know it's a complicated place to work sometimes. The standard is the standard on the court. Like JJ is a former player. He's did
Right.
a tremendous job with them last year. LeBron, no one's questioning his work ethic or his dedication to the game. And Luka has a lot to prove this year. So you can't really walk into a building like that and not be up to standard. Like
Right.
you're just you won't last.
Yeah, and if it don't work out this time around with the Lakers, then he can find himself either out the league or just playing on small deals the rest of his career.
You say, Paul, when you start moving around.
You start moving around a lot, that's the beginning of the end.